The RSA is an Enlightenment organisation, and we've been around for 254 years, but I think we have to reassess what that Enlightenment vision is at different times. And for me, one of the biggest challenges now in society is that we live in very fast-changing times with all sorts of new challenges. And I don't think generally people are behaving or thinking in the ways in which they need to behave or think to create the kind of future they want. This is something I call the social aspiration gap. So that's about how do you empower people, how do you enable people to be the people they need to be to tackle issues like climate change, to thrive in a globalised economy, to feel secure and safe in diverse, fast-changing communities. And so identifying that as the key problem for society, you come into a place like the RSA, it shapes the research, but most of all you look at this amazing resource of 27,000 fellows. And the first thing that struck me very early on after coming here was that we just weren't using this group of people.
For me, what is at the heart of the theory of what we're trying to do at the RSA is we're trying to turn the RSA from being a classic old collectivist organisation, hierarchical, bureaucratic, rather kind of pompous, rather kind of, dare I say, male and middle-aged, into an organisation which is much more open, dispersed, and self-actualising, an organisation where you feel you really grow as a human being by being part of it. And that's the kind of journey we're on, because I actually think the RSA's got a great future if we can become an organisation which combines the purpose of those old collectivist organisations, which was about social improvement, with a form of organisation which fits the way that we live our lives.
And if our analysis of society is that people, as it were, have to step up to the plate to create a better future, well then that needs to be a challenge that we're setting for our own fellowship. So the background to RSA Networks really comes from a sense, on the one hand, that we've got this amazing resource of people who can be part of achieving the change we want to achieve, but on the other hand, that we don't have much credibility as an organisation if we're talking about empowering citizens if we don't empower our own fellows.
And one of the things about this RSA project is we're in it for the long haul. And if it takes time, that is fine, actually. You know, people first of all have to get used to the idea, then they have to start operationalising idea. They have to have ideas. You know, if 1 out of 100 of the ideas that fellows have turn into projects, that's a really good success rate. But if you keep thinking and you keep working at it and you listen to each other and you have a good interpersonal kind of process, then things will emerge in due course. And maybe even you're a resource and then something happens in your city or your town or your profession or in the world, and you go, right, suddenly I can mobilise that group of people. One of the ways in which I characterised the RSA model I had, you know, at the very beginning was that I wanted us to be the RAC of civic activism, that when you needed a group of people like us, you know, kind of reasonably high power people from different kind of backgrounds, quite self-confident people with a set of skills, you needed a group like that to come together to help you solve a problem. Well, you know, ring the RSA.
Yeah.
They're all, you know, wherever they are, they're that kind of people, and they've got that kind of network. That is ultimately my aspiration.